All right. I don't know if you're a veteran or not, but it just seems like on my feed now, I've been getting all these. If you're a veteran filing for disability claim, these are some steps that you should take, and these are some places that you should pay and contact to make sure that you get quote unquote your military disability percentage high as you can or higher than what you already have. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that I'm a veteran and I did my own claim, my own self. I didn't use any company, and I think, to be honest, I did pretty damn good for myself. You do need some things before you can file a claim. You can't just go to the va.gov and say, I have this and I need to be financially compensated for it. No. You need medical records, right, of you actually having some kind of quote unquote disability. You need written proof from yourself of how you think and when you think you got this illness while you were in the military. Be as specific with dates and years and time and events, okay? Be very specific because they're going to look at all of that when they're deciding if or if not they should award you anything. Make sure if you have any buddies that you still talk to, you get a buddy statement from your buddies to also verify what you're saying if you can. In my instances, I didn't have any buddy statements that I needed for any of mine. I didn't. And make sure you have your medical records of your diagnosis that you can put in with your claim. Make it like a packet. Pretend that you're a lawyer, you're defending yourself, and you have to prove your case. You have to prove to the VA that you have a disability and that you got this disability while you were in the military, whatever branch that you were in. Okay? If you have military medical records, that's the best. It's going to make this a lot easier. That's one piece of advice that I took, and I don't know who told me when I was getting out of the military. Make sure you copy your medical files, right? I think that is what helped get me over the hump is that I did. I know a lot of my friends who were in with me that I keep in contact, they don't have copies of their files and they want to do claims. You don't need them, but I'm just saying I'm trying to make this as easy for the examiner as I can. So when my paperwork hits their desk, they can look through and be like, oh my God, I want a full circle. I don't want a half a circle this way or half a circle this way. I want this whole circle showing a complete, this is what I had then, this is what I have now, and you can see it, Like I said, you don't need your medical records to get a disability compensation claim approved, but it just makes it easier, and to me it makes it quicker because when I sent my paperwork, my thing was done fast. I had a result, I got an email, I can follow it online and I can see that it was done fast. Now, when would you use these companies that charge you? I think you would use them, to me, if you tried yourself and you got nowhere. You didn't even get a 0%. Then I would say maybe you want to dig in your pocket and you'll reach out to these companies. I'll tell you what, I've been out of the military a long time. I did a claim. I didn't have any Nexus letter that people are claiming that you need. I didn't have one with mine. So it just depends on how you word your personal statements. It depends on your evidence with your medical records that you had from back then and from now so that they can draw a whole complete circle, and it depends on how the disability is affecting your way of life at this time, right? All of that is important when you're trying to do a compensation evaluation rating. You will have to go to a CMP exam, and I will tell you this, some of those CMP exams are not close by. You might have to drive a little, But at the end of the day, the CMP examiner, well, the ones that I had were good. I've heard horror stories of people who had some that were nasty and didn't ask them a lot of questions. Mine asked questions, and they used that DBQ form. So anything that you're not sure of that I'm talking about, hit me up in the comments and I'll make clarification. But I just don't jump out and start paying people for stuff in which I think I can do myself. But if you find yourself needing a little help and you get stuck and you need to pay to get your disability approved, you're going to have to do what you have to do. Thanks for watching. I want to thank you. I want to thank people that's military. And I know a lot of my friends are not military, but they're watching this video because maybe they know someone who is, or they just want to listen to me talk. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.